Of the Art Lewis Show for this Thursday morning. It is the 21st day of August already. And open phones for this hour, whatever you'd like to chat about, at 989-752-6111. And we'd be happy to get the conversation on with you, as we're going to do right now with Charlie in Bay City. Charlie, good morning.
Hi, Art.
Hi.
I wonder if you would be interested in interviewing the lawyer who has brought the case against the governor.
Yeah, I saw it. Did you leave the note yesterday? Did you stop in? I have a note.
Yes.
I have a note on my
Yes.
desk about it. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah.
Love to.
I've talked to him. I've read the complaint, and it sounds like he has a good case, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
And all we have to know, is, does your opinion agree with the court's opinion?
yeah. Whether or not what the judge is like, he thinks it's a good judge, and it's with the court of claims, and
that's where he has to go.
Yeah, and he cites both the U.S. Constitution and the state constitution, which the governor took an oath to uphold.
Well, the problem is, as I see it, though, there's no date certain mentioned in the regulation. Therein lies the problem.
In effect, there is from when a vacancy occurs. It's her duty to.
How long?
And it says shall.
How long?
Since January 3rd.
No. How long does she
How
have?
long can she
according
drag it
to
out?
Yeah. According to the Constitution now. According to the Constitution.
How long can you violate people's rights to vote or abridge them?
Well, there's no date certain in it. I mean,
that she's.
Oh, I know why she's doing it. She's doing it because she's afraid she's going to lose that seat, and that would tie up the Senate.
That's not a valid reason. That's not a valid reason.
May not be a valid reason to you. It's a valid reason to her. And listen. First of all, this is just a kind of a devil's advocate discussion, because I agree with you. It should have been done a long time ago. Yeah. I'm one of those without representation. So are you. But I'm also smart enough to know that what we view outside the legal system as the way we think it should be doesn't often agree with how the courts look at it. So that's why I play the devil's advocate here, because there is no date certain specified. It says she shall do it. It doesn't say how long she has to shall do it.
And the sad thing is, since January 3rd, all that time has passed, and there's nothing to correct that. That time is gone, and our rights are being violated all that time.
Yep.
And it's very clear when I read the 15th Amendment in the U.S. Constitution and in the Michigan State Constitution, Article 5, Section 13 is very clear.
What's clear?
What she has to do. Huh?
What's clear?
It's clear that when a vacancy occurs, it is the governor's job to set a date.
Yep, absolutely.
A writ of elections.
But again, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked you before. How long does she have to do it?
Well, she...
No. Don't guess now.
It doesn't say that.
That's right.
She knows on Election Day...
Doesn't matter.
Back in November, how much time she had to run her finger down the calendar and figure out the first Tuesday after the first Monday of certain months. And she knows that.
Yeah, but again, I asked, what is the date specific? How long does it say she has to do it? It says she shall do it. It doesn't say she shall do it by when.
Okay, how long?
That's
does
what
she want to violate our rights?
Well, you'd have to ask her that. I don't know. But I don't know that a judge is going to be able to look at it and tell her she had to do it 3 months ago. I just don't believe it. I'm just telling you. Listen. I'm in the same boat you are. I don't like not being represented, but I'm also a realist. I've seen these things go to court before, and when you get down into the nitty-gritty, that's why we have judges and lawyers, because we tend to look at it as laymen in a simplistic way. It says she shall. It says, they get into the nitty-gritty, and the nitty-gritty sometimes is where the devil is in the details.
Well, in the election laws, it's that one word, may. She may, but the power goes to the Constitution, the Supreme,
which does not specify how long. You're right, but doesn't specify how long. It just says she shall do it.
And all this time, she has said, I'm going to do it.
Oh yeah, well, she can say what she wants. She's the governor. She can say anything she wants.
And I say what I want.
You can, and we do.
She's wrong.
Absolutely, but the fact is, so far anyway, her position is held forth. Now, it'll be interesting to see a couple of things here. First, how fast the Court of Claims takes it up, and then what that judge's decision is going to be, and then
September 12th.
And then does it go to the Court of Appeals? This is a process. It doesn't just happen with the snap of a finger.
She could clear the whole thing up.
Well, she could.
Doing her job.
Yeah, she could.
But it doesn't make up for the loss of time.
Well, nothing will.
That our rights are being violated.
Yeah, nothing will. There is no way to do that.
No, you can never get that back.
Nope, you can't get. It's lost. We've been without representation for X number of months now. Absolutely. Yeah. But I'm too much of a realist to get my hopes up.
I understand. I'm too much of a realist to be hopeful.
Excellent. Well, listen, I would like to talk to that attorney, though. I think it'd be an interesting conversation.
Yes. I believe Charlie.
I have his name. Yep, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Yep,
okay.
I do.
Okay, he's an interesting guy. I think it would be a very interesting interview.
And I thank you for your interest in it. I mean, that's what it takes, all of us to get interested. Maybe if enough of us make enough noise, she'll hear us, but that's been tried too. I mean, look at it this way. She's had pressure from her own attorney general and lieutenant governor, and she still hasn't done anything. What does that tell you?
I know. I
know. She's in her own world on this one. So
yeah, that's amazing.
All right, good enough, Charlie. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. Take care.
Art.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a break. Get back to more calls. When we return, we'll get to Dave in Bay City.
You bought a truck to keep.
We'll get back to our phones now. Mike is in Thomas Township. Mike, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Art. This morning I'd like to talk about WSGW. It brings back fond memories. I can remember many times, like for instance, walking through a show or something, and Art Lewis, hey, Mike, get over here, and we do an impromptu show, and I always enjoyed that. But
yeah, we did a lot of things over the years, no doubt about it.
Oh gosh, yeah, and I enjoyed going on some of the trips with you, and on your when you had your travel business, that was fun. But the WSGW, I've grown up with it. I started listening when they first started, and it was more music then.
Yeah.
But I was born in '40, so I like the big band era and some of the music, and of course the rock and roll era and all that stuff. But I just like music. But WSGW has just been a wonderful part of my life, and I still listen to it every day.
I'm glad to hear it.
But and I'm not going to talk politics today.
Thank you.
But, well, I just like to, I wanted to call in, during when you had your anniversary.
Yeah, we didn't do many callers.
Yeah, no, I know, so that was fine. But and then, of course, at the fair and seeing you at various outings around, when you used to have people go out to, the antique shows
Yep.
and I can remember. when you used to have passes to get into the antique show, I'd always call in when you had your quiz line thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you guys wonderful for the community. And
well, thanks.
Keep up the good work. And okay, well, enough said.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye now. And let's go to Bay City and talk to Dave this morning. Dave, good morning.
Well, good morning, Art.
Morning.
And unlike your previous caller, I am going to talk politics.
I knew somebody would.
You remember me. You know me. To the previous caller to last, lamenting about the fact that we are being denied our constitutional representation, and the courts, there's no date specified, so there's nothing really the courts can do. I got to shut my window because I got a mower driving by me here. The courts are not going to. Can you still hear me okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Good. Courts are not going to be a remedy in this. But you know where the remedy is, Art?
It's in the polls. It's in the voting.
The ballot box.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you what, there is so much that needs to be brought out about this governor. Not only is she denying us our constitutional rights, okay, which speaks directly to her character, also speaking directly to her character is this $20 million payola deal to her campaign contributor, which has got very little news coverage somehow. But there it is.
What is it now?
There we go.
Well, no, explain it. You brought it up. Explain it.
Detroit News. Okay, so there's a campaign contributor. Cannot recall her name right offhand, but you Google this, Detroit News, Detroit Free Press, and the controversy about a campaign contributor getting a $20 million deal. And it's too involved for me to get into right now, but inquiring minds, and you're one of those, you need to look this up. It needs to be reported, and the fact that you don't know anything about it indicates it hasn't been reported.
Well, it's not that I don't know anything. I've heard of it, but that's it. But the fact is that you found it in the Detroit Free Press and the Detroit News, so it has been reported.
So it's credible.
Well, it's been reported.
It's been failed to be picked up by major.
I'll Free Press.
If Donald Trump had it, it would have been picked up.
The Free Press and the News are credible news organizations. So, I mean, you've seen it. Now, here's the thing. Let's go back to the absence of representation here.
Yes.
There are 270,000 people who care about that.
Who should.
And the rest of the state couldn't give you a dime. Wouldn't care less. So, and here's the other thing, too. When you mention the answer is at the polls, normally that would be true, but who can't run again?
I know.
So,
but her party.
Her party.
As a result.
Maybe, but will it? I don't know the answer. I really don't, because this state has gone so purple that it's hard to predict. At one time, you could say, never going to happen because we know the answer. We know what's going to happen. You can't do that anymore.
No, true. But I'm going to predict this. I'm going to predict that the off-season election is going to defy the norms this year, and several reasons why. How many record investment market closes have we had this year? 25, 26? We're winning so much I can't keep track.
Yeah.
And then when everybody does their taxes next year, boy, oh boy, you're going to be smiling. Everybody. increases in benefits, and the people who increase the most from this big, beautiful bill are not billionaires and millionaires. It's people quantified by the IRS data published back in the spring,
All right,
$75,000 and under.
let me, just for the fun of it, play devil's advocate, because I'm not disagreeing with you because I think
I know
you're right,
you like to do that,
but
Art.
I do like to do that. And here's the catch.
Yeah.
Yes, people vote on their pocketbook, but most of it is measured by what happens when they go to the grocery store. And we still have a problem with the grocery
We
store.
do.
And until
And
that's
that's not
solved,
Donald
it's going to
Trump's
until
fault,
that's
but-
well, that's fine. You can say that, but the person going to the polls could care less whose problem it is. All they know is
Right.
they're paying too much. And until
Oh,
we
I know.
figure out how to solve that problem, it's going to be an anchor around a lot of people's necks. And I'm not saying it's just one party or the other, but
But
just
then
that's
again, it gets portrayed as one party.
well, it may be, but
not
it's
always
still
accurately.
and that may be true. But it's when people go to the poll, they don't think of that. That's just my gut
Oh, I know.
feeling.
Yeah.
so-
It's going to be an interesting ride.
Oh, I think it will be. Yeah, absolutely.
And, of course, that's why you have a job.
Among other reasons.
Yeah.
Certainly one of them. But it's, listen, it's going to be an interesting period. I have said, and you probably heard me say this, Donald Trump has until probably next April to get everything done that he wants to get done. Because
Yeah.
after that, we get thrown deep into the election cycle for the midterms. So he
Yep.
still has time to bring about everything that he wants to bring about. And he's actually actually working hard at doing that because, I mean, he's so far ahead of the game in terms of making promises kept. It's hard to keep track of it. But not everybody likes. Remember this: not everybody likes all the promises he's kept. So,
True.
it's
I know.
part of the game.
But a couple of Nobel Prizes are going to help.
Don't count your chickens before it hatches. I understand why, but don't count it yet. All right, Dave. Hey, listen.
All right.
Have a good
You
one.
start.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye now. All right, we're going to take a break and then come back. Next up will be John and Freeland, and that'll happen right after all these notes.
Gotta go.
And we return on the Art Lewis Show to more calls. We're going to go to Freeland and talk to John this morning. John, good morning.
Good morning, Art. How you
We're
doing?
doing well.
Good. Hey, Art. As far as the economy goes right now, and you said buy-in, a lot determines what happens at the store. And well, Art, why are they not getting fuel prices down? I mean, the world evolves around oil right now. I mean, from our clothes to our processing food, heating us, everything.
I asked that question at the beginning of last hour.
And I heard that it was around $60 a barrel.
So it's in the 60s, yeah.
Yeah, 60. So, I mean, at one time Trump had it where remember when the ships, the big tankers were waiting offshore, and the oil was like down to pennies a barrel. I don't see what's going on with his.
Well, I don't either. I thought it was coming down, and then yesterday I stopped at a station. It was 339 again. That seems to be the magic number all of a sudden.
Sweet spot for them. I mean, if we could, energy. God, we were the leading exporters of it. working all that way, but
Well, it takes
man,
time. It takes time to
you
get
know-
those fields opened up again. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight.
yeah, I mean, could you imagine the benefit to a working family? The husband and wife working if they didn't have to put that extra $30-40 a week in fuel.
Yep.
That'd make a world of difference for everybody.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing
I
with
just
you.
understand it.
Well, I've never understood it, and apparently I never will.
Well, I think you're right, Art. I'm in the same boat with you anyway. You're not alone.
No, I know that. I just shake my head. I mean, you never know. You just never know.
No, well, hopefully you'll get that straight. And I mean, we need to get the prices down and get the economy a little bit better than what it is right now.
Well,
no matter what they.
Economy's rolling along. It's getting better, and there's more and more manufacturing coming in. I think I've said before. I think the Great Lakes Bay region is going to be a leader in the state. We've got Corning with 1,500 jobs. Hemlock Semiconductors looking for a couple hundred more. SK Siltron's looking, plus others, and there's more coming in. I think we have a potential of really leading the state in terms of gaining employment.
I believe that, Art, but I don't see that really. That's going to just blow the economy up. We don't have housing for them.
Yeah, that's the other side of the coin. You know what? You have to weigh the benefits and the rewards versus the struggles to get there.
You go down to 7-Eleven at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon when these cowboys are getting out of them shops there, and they're dropping $25-30 on a couple of energy drinks and a can of Skol, and they don't bat an eye over it, So
well, more power to them. It's their money to spend.
That's not going to help any prices going down for sure.
All right.
I mean? All right. Thanks, Art.
Good, John. Thanks for calling. Take care. Let's head out to Sheridan. Talk to our friend Carol. Good morning, Carol.
Well, you know how I feel about this mess. And one thing, we want to remember what a wonderful governor that Snyder was. He couldn't have been much worse. We had a terrible governor. And we have a representative, but I call them all the time, and they never do what I want them to do anyway, so why worry about it? You don't hear from him. In Molinar, he just follows whatever Trump says. He don't, especially cut this stuff for kids' food programs and some of these things that people really did depend on.
So let me ask you this, Carol. Now, you don't live over here, but let me ask you this. How would you feel if you were one of the 270,000 people here that do not have representation in the Senate? Because the governor
this
failed.
This game has been played for a long time.
Wait. Answer that question.
Well, I don't care. I mean, like I say, I call them all the time, and they never do what I say, so what good is it?
Well, you got to put the people in that believe what you believe. You got to
Well,
find
I
enough
do
people
vote,
to, you got to find enough people to vote with you.
Well, I did, and all you guys do is whine about it. You gotta, whatever. Well, how can politics be perfect anyway? I mean, what do you guys expect?
It never will be.
And she's been a darn good governor. She really has. She's done a lot of neat things and a lot of nice things. But you never can please all these people. You really can't.
Nope.
So.
That's true. Never will.
So whatever. Well, I just like to mix it up a little bit.
Oh, I'm glad.
Okay. Well, you take care.
Carol, you too. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Carol in Sheridan. Hey, there's another example of you can disagree with someone but still have a pleasant attitude, still be friendly, like someone just because you disagree with them doesn't mean you can't like them. And Carol's an example of that. I like her. Always have. Fun to talk to. Disagree with her on a lot of things probably, but that doesn't mean you can't be civil. We've lost that. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and when we return, the phones are locked and loaded. We'll get Bill and Paul and Chris when we return.
My name is Kim Harris.
And we return for more calls here on the Art Lewis Show, and let's talk to Bill in Hemlock. Bill, good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I voted for Snyder, and I wouldn't vote for him again either. I think he took 11 months to do the same thing, didn't he?
Yeah, it's been done before.
Yes, he's done it, and you don't hear that. He did 11 months. I heard it on the news.
Yep.
And I don't care. I think our governor's doing pretty good, but I don't care who is governor or president. I've always had a great life because I worked, and I just worked.
Well, you made your life.
82.
I'm 82.
I'm 82.
All right.
And I don't like Trump, but I'm still having a great life. So thank you.
I'm 82 and having a great life too. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Take care, Bill. Bye-bye. Bye. And let's go to Hemlock and talk to Paul. Paul?
Good morning, Art.
Good morning.
I'm a long-time listener. I don't call in very much. But I got to voice my opinion on the Bay City bridges. You know,
yeah.
We recently went over the Mackinac Bridge. It's a marvel of engineering. I'm always thrilled to go across it, and it costs $4. They're charging more than that to go over the old bridge on the river in Bay City.
Yeah, if you're a one-time user, yeah.
Yeah, and so people in this part of the state, we are not used to paying tolls. So there's a fundamental opposition to it. They've hired and fired the manager of the bridge company 4 times, and that's not. It's not the manager's fault. They need to get rid of the tolls. There's other ways. Why don't we the freighters use the bridge? Why don't we charge them a toll?
Federal regulations. We got to remember those are federal waterways, and you know, the commerce of the sea. They're provided certain incentives and certain freedoms and certain guarantees about being able to access the waterways. But, you know, here's
I gotcha.
Here's the thing about it. There's a certain lack of transparency that's happening, and that worries me more than anything. I want to know more about it, yet you can't get the numbers. You know, it's. I understand why the city shed themselves with the bridges. They couldn't afford to operate them. Okay, I understand that. What I don't understand is why they didn't retain more control in that operation, because they're not giving them away. You know, they still have ownership. It's a lease kind of a deal, and it baffles my mind how this company has been able to really skirt the main issues and not be able to tell everybody what they want to know.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been to Bay City lately, they made it a traffic nightmare.
Well,
they're down to one bridge that people can go across for free.
Yeah, but that, you know what's going to happen there? My prediction is when they get the Lafayette Street Bridge done, they're going to have to look at the Veterans Bridge because it's been so used. It's going to probably need some work on it.
Exactly.
Well,
I mean, it just seems like common sense is not being used.
Well, you got to separate the southern 2 bridges, the Veterans and Lafayette, from the northern 2 bridges. They're totally different in operation. The southern bridges are both state routes, and the state has responsibility for them. The northern 2 bridges were the cities, and they just couldn't afford to operate them anymore.
Right, but I did hear there was a comment by one of the Bay City Council members that after they put this toll in place, they did find there was an avenue for some federal funding that would have solved the problem.
Well, would have and could have, you know, would have, could have, should have isn't where we're at today. So.
Well, yeah, but isn't that federal funding still available?
I have no idea. Sometimes it's not.
Okay.
I don't know.